Hello there and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And today I have a little bit basic training again for our starters, the beginners in this game that haven't played before. And today I want to show you how to find missions. Missions are really important. They help you a lot to get your base bigger and everything because of the rewards you get. And that's why I already made an introduction video on the missions. But today I want to show you how to find them. There's unfortunately no easy way to find them, but whenever you get into a new system you have not seen, the one with the white circle here are all systems I've already visited, but you see those systems like Alomir, for example, I haven't visited them yet. And whenever you get into a system that you have not visited yet, and then I quickly have to use my bookmarks to show you what I mean, you have to look out for a planet there. So 1 second. And those are the planets with the exclamation marks. I thought I didn't have accepted that one yet. But you know, there are always planets in those systems that, like here Nuposev or whatever, that are there, but there are sometimes planets or star bases that have this exclamation mark. And this exclamation mark says that this is a mission planet. And quickly have to go to another so that I can show you what they look like if you haven't picked the mission yet. And this is what they look like if you stumble upon those planets while you're going through the whole galaxy and looking what's around. And there we also have one of the star bases. In this case is Federation Starbase 82. There were missions before, but I already have done them in the beginning of the game. But Lorilia I haven't done yet. And if you click the planet, you get a screen that you can view the missions. And that's what we do now. We just click View Missions. And then there's the mission Voyages. When you click on those planetary missions, you first of all see what you have to do at the first place and what rewards you get. In this case, you see it's a very early mission. You get 2-star gas, uncommon gas, and 3,200 dilithium and 25 Federation credits. But there are sometimes prerequisites you have to fulfill to get those. And in this case, you have to complete the mission Peace in Our Time. And I haven't done that because I never found that. Might have been that this is a leftover from some earlier stuff. The game is a little bit older now. It's not only just a few months old, it's a few years old. And so from some earlier storylines or whatever, some missions are still left. But it didn't hurt me not to have done this, but so you at least can find it. And I can show it to you how this works. And I can show you another where it's the same. But in this case, there might be a Klingon station here as well. No, it's not, but it's the planet Kratok. I have the same here. I have to have completed the mission Honor and Blood before I can accept this. But wherever you see a planet like this, that's where you can get missions. But there are a few important things. There are missions from Romulans, from Federation, and from Klingons. And there are neutral missions. There are also rogue missions. There are augment missions. But in case of the Romulan, Federation, and Klingon, I must say, when you work on one of those factions to get more reputation, don't do the missions from the other. You will need them later. So in this case, do what I have done. Bookmark them. Click on the mission planet, and under the name of the planet, and you might have seen my bookmark video already, so I'm talking double here, but it's important. Click on the little flag there, and then Save Bookmark. And then you have this planet saved without doing the mission, but you will find it later. The important part is you can only have a certain amount of missions in your mission screen here. And when it's full, you cannot accept any more. And the archived missions count as well for that. I said this in my introduction video on the missions. So in the best case, if you find a planet from a faction you are not doing at the moment, let's say you're doing Federation and you just found this Kratok because it's a Klingon mission, and that means that you will lose Federation points, just bookmark it for the time when you will do the Klingons and need reputation for the Klingons. But there's one important thing. You can only accept missions, even if they are free and not locked like this one, if you have a ship in the system. You cannot go to any system and just click and get the mission. There would be a button on the bottom here that you can just claim the mission or accept mission, it says. You cannot accept it without having a ship in that system. So you cannot do it remotely. You always have to send a ship to a system where you want to accept a mission, even from your bookmarked or archived. No, the archived ones you already have accepted, but from your bookmarked ones. You always have to have a ship there if you want to accept a mission. The bad thing is that my systems are mostly so far out that I cannot show you how that one looks without waiting a long time, and I have a lot of stuff to do at the moment, unfortunately. I cannot wait 9 minutes until the ship arrives there, but it's just a button, accept mission. That's not something I have to show you, because later, where the new missions appear, when you reach level 38, you get to new spaces you couldn't travel to before. And that's another point where missions are important, because they unlock paths. And this system path is locked because I must complete the mission What We Lost. And that's why missions are so important. But here in what I always call dark space, because the mission that opens the path to this space far out here is called dark space. There are also super highways via missions and so on. And there you find new missions. And that's why I had still some bookmarks, because my mission archive is full now and I cannot accept new, but I just bookmarked them like I just told you. And out here you will find new missions. So you will not run out of missions so early, because once you get higher in the game, you get more missions. And in this case, still works the same. There is a planet you click on when you see this, the yellow marking and the yellow exclamation mark, and there you get missions, you accept missions. You have to watch out if there are prerequisites to accept them, but missions are important. And there are some more missions in the Augment store and in the Rogue store. I've done all the augments already, but they would be here as well, like they are here in Rogue Store. You see that, I can just buy one of those. There are some missions there for Rogue and augments that you can buy in those stores. And in this case, a Sleeping Giant is something I haven't done yet, because I've maxed 2 stellars on Rogue already, so it's not that important for me to take care of this. But in those 2 cases, you find missions here. And the other ones you find on planets or on the system, the star bases I've shown you, or you will find in the holodeck, which you have on your mission site as well. My holodeck is empty because I've done them all, but you find missions here as well. You will have to pay for them. If those are new missions for the Battle Pass, Scopely will give you the material to buy those missions from the holodeck, so don't worry about that. But you will find some here in Battle Passes, and there are some others as well you will have to gather stuff for, but I'll make a different video on the holodeck at some point. But that's all places where you will find missions, and doing missions is really important. But as I always say, I only quickly wanted to show you where to find them and how to find them. Unfortunately, there's no shortcut. You will have to scout the whole galaxy, to scout each and every single system to find the missions. I'm sorry, there's no shortcut, except looking at a list. There are lists out there, so that you just have to go to a targeted system. But you need a ship in the system to get the mission. And that's for today. As I said, I always want to keep it as short as possible and as long as necessary. And that was as short as possible I could do for finding missions. I'll see you in my next video. There are more in the end screen here, so have a look there. If you want to know something about crews or ships or whatever, I'll be back.